Recently, I have noticed that my computer is struggling to run games properly. I'm getting overall less FPS, stutters, sometimes even crash. Overall, I'm just losing the smoothness when I'm gaming or when I'm running virtual machines inside my Windows 11 computer. There is a higher CPU usage. There is a huge delay when I launch heavy apps or games. When I was in Windows 10, my computer was running smoothly everywhere. So I did some research and found out that there is a security feature in Windows 11 called Virtualization-Based Security, in short VBS, which is on by default. And this is the reason why my Windows 11 PC isn't performing that well. So just recently, I actually disabled the virtualization based security on my system to get the extra performance. I'm like surprised to see how well the Windows 11 runs on my system by disabling the virtualization based security. Depending on how old or new your computer is, you can actually get up to 25% of performance boost by disabling this security feature. So I've created this infograph on how the VBS works and how it impacts the performance. When the virtual based security is enabled, it basically creates two worlds in your computer, one secure world and one normal world. And every time you do some activities like launch game, app, they need to ask a permission to this secure world and then they can run it if they are not malicious. Let me actually try to explain this in simplest way possible. Imagine this is your computer. Now these are all your apps, games, and imagine these are your hardwares or main Windows components and everything, like the CPU, GPU, RAM, and also the Windows kernel, main thing on the system. It's also here. Now, when you launch your games or apps, they simply talk to the system. There is a direct connection in between them. Now, what's happening is with the virtualization-based security, when you have this enabled, there is a security guard sitting in the middle now. Okay, this is the virtualization based security, basically a middleman or security guard. Now, every time you try to run the app, you can't directly talk to the hardware. Okay, first you need to ask the permission to that security guard. Now, the VBS security guard will check whether the app or game that you're running is malicious or not. So there is a checkpoint in middle, basically, when you have this. And this actually makes your computer more secure. Now, the downside of it is that creates a delay, plus it's not free. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the performance. System needs to work harder. Basically, it will use more system resources. So this can impact your performance by anywhere from 5% up to 25%, depending on your hardware. This is the biggest catch actually. Okay. Now, if you have a modern CPU, which makes running the virtualization based security more efficient, it will only impact your performance by 3 to 5%. But now, if you have a CPU that's older, it can drop the performance up to 25%. If your CPU is older than 10th gen or AMD Zen 1, then this will impact your PC performance by 25%. Okay, but if your CPU is newer, like the modern CPU, Intel 12th gen or Ryzen 5000 plus, it will only impact the performance by 3 to 5%. So it's like newer hardware equals to barely noticeable performance impact. And if you have a older hardware, like below 10th gen or Zen 1, you'll actually feel the performance impact. Now let me show you guys this. My CPU is Intel Core i7 9th gen. So it's a old hardware. So my PC will run poorly. I'll only get 70 to 75% of performance out of 100. And it doesn't just impact the CPU, it also impacts your SSD, especially the write speed. And in older CPUs, you'll actually feel significant stutter. So this is what was causing my system to, perform poorly because I had the virtualization based security feature and my CPU is actually pretty old for that. Okay, if it was like the office work, no heavy work, my system runs fine with this feature on. But when I'm gaming or I'm running a virtual machine software like VMware, VirtualBox, it struggles. Okay, I can feel the impact. Now, because I do heavy work on my system, like run games, run virtual machines, run heavy apps, it's best for me to turn off this feature and get the maximum performance and overall smoothness. So for that, this is the most common way to turn this feature off. You can open the Windows security and then go to device security and then go to core isolation and make sure the memory integrity is turned off. Okay, it will ask you to restart your PC when you turn this off. Once you turn it off, you're good to go. No, if that's what you thought, then no, you're wrong. Even after disabling the memory integrity, this actually doesn't completely turn off the VBS feature in most cases. To verify that, you can open the system information and here just scroll down and find virtualization-based security. If it says just running, that means it's running even after you have disabled the core isolation memory integrity. But if it says enabled but not running, that means it's actually disabled. Again, as I said, in some cases, you can just open the Windows security and go to device security and then core isolation and then turn off the memory integrity and restart your PC. After restart, you go to system info and check the virtualization based security here. It will say not enabled. That means you're good to go. The VBS is completely turned off. But if it says running, even after disabling the core isolation, that means the virtualization based security is locked to the UEFI. So you need to disable that using another method. So there are different features of VBS, like one is core isolation, memory integrity, there is device guard and credential guard. So you need to turn all of these to actually turn off the virtualization based security. So if turning off the memory integrity still says VBS running when you check for it, then you need to use this tool from Microsoft to disable it completely. So you can go to this website and then click on download and then go to download folder. It's a zip file. First you need to extract it and then go to the extracted folder. You should read the README file. So I'm going to open that. Here you'll see the instructions on how to use this to enable or disable the virtualization-based security. Before we do this, I want to clarify one thing here. Okay, if you care about the security, you want the maximum security on your system, don't disable it. But let's say your PC is struggling to run games properly or any app properly. Only then you can disable it. But if you have a modern hardware, you shouldn't notice any performance difference because it's only 3 to 5%. But if you have an older hardware like me, I have like 9th gen Intel CPU, which is not that great for this feature. I actually can see the performance impact when this thing is enabled. Make sure you do your research, find out if it's good for you or not, whether you need it or not. If it's all about getting extra performance, then you can disable it. There is a official tool for it. For me, I can't use virtualization-based security because my computer just literally cries when this thing is enabled. So in this README page, you'll see instructions on how to enable and disable these features. So this virtualization-based security isn't just one security. We have HVCI, the memory integrity that we can disable from the Windows security, easy. Now, then we have CG, and then we have DG. So if you want to completely turn off the virtualization-based security feature, you have to disable all of these. Disabling one of these will not disable the virtualization-based security. To use this tool to disable the virtualization-based security feature completely off, you have to run the terminal as administrator, and then you have to go to that location where tool is available. Okay, copy the path and then type cd, paste the path. Now you're in that folder inside the terminal, and here you need to type backslash and name of that file. You can just click on rename and then copy the name, and there is a extension ps1 and then dash disable. Oh, I forgot to add the dot in there. A dot backward slash and then the file name, follow up with ps1 and then dash disable. Now if you get this error, you have to set a execution policy. For that, you can run this command and now run that command again. So this error is because by default, for security reasons, Windows doesn't allow you to run any scripts. Once you run this, it will give you options. Okay, never run, do not run, run once, always. So here we need to select run once. That is R and then hit enter. And now it will say something like this: disabling Hyper-V and IOMMU successful and all that. And it will ask you to reboot the machine. So you can just close this and reboot your computer. And once you reboot your PC, it will give you this screen. It will give you a couple of options here. Do you want to disable virtualization-based security? And at the bottom, it will ask you to press Windows key or F3 to disable. You need to press those keys, and then it will disable the virtualization feature altogether. And if you go and check virtualization-based security in the system information, it should say enabled but not running or disabled. There are other ways to disable this too completely, like sometimes it also works by disabling the secure boot, but this is the official and foolproof way to completely disable the virtualization based security on Windows 11 using the Microsoft's official tool. You can also disable the virtualization in your BIOS. That also works. But if you want to use softwares like Virtual Machine or VMware, or even like the Android emulators like BlueStacks, Momo Player, those softwares will not work because they need virtualization enabled in BIOS. So again, this is probably the best method to disable the virtualization-based security feature in Windows 11 completely and get the extra performance boost. Again, if you have an old computer, you'll gain around 25 to 30% performance boost after disabling this. If you have a newer PC, you'll gain around 3 to 5% extra performance. Again, you should do your own research on this feature, whether you should disable it or not. It actually depends on the person to person. Okay, if you want the max performance and you know the security rules, then yeah, you can just disable it. Just follow the general security rules and you'll be good to go without virtualization security feature. And yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or have any suggestions for me, you can always do the comment and we can have some chit chat in the comment section too. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and have fun. Bye-bye.